but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. Willis hits the turf, sliding down and picking up the first. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The center receiver in motion to the right. Here's Willis now off the play fake. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. He'll buy some time right. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, and the ball is knocked out. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Willis. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
On the ready.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Jaguars had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 47 yards. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
We often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Lawrence on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes the score 7-0. after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. They need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal. Put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Willis. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down. It's Willis. A dump off to Elliott. Finding space at the 40. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they've got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
On 1st down, Willis. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that is incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, it's Willis. Steps away to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. They'll run with Etienne. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make...
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Come on. Hey.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Here we go.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Cowboys have moved out in front. The point after is good. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Oh, able to avoid him. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Etienne up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Lawrence. Complete to Jones. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have regained the lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This ball complete. It's ETN on the crossing route. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Up and good for Santoso. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Robinson again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. But Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and through. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
He'll take it at the 42. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down, here's Willis. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Sam Williams bringing him down that time.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game.
Yeah. 2nd and 10. play action. It's Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 41 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Barber. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the offense back out now, coming off its 1st interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Willis. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
From just shy of midfield, Willis. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And this one is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And this one dropped in the end zone. It looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now down. Willis, gotta have this one. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No question that one stings a little extra because he had that first down. It would have been a 4th down conversion.
Love the effort. Love the maneuverability. Don't like the fact that he didn't bring the ball with him. And now it's going to go in the other direction.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a hit and a loose football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What do they always say when they're throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's got some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Robinson with another carry. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Up and good for Santoso. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Noah Fant, 75 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after try forthcoming. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Oh, nice move. Touchdown, Jaguars. Will Fuller, 54 yards. And the Jaguars use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point try now for Santoso. And now it's blocked. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Willis to throw. Gets this to Fant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing, Willis. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.